Hey guys, I've been really excited to unbox this new to me FPGA for you guys. It's the Ultra96 V2. It has a Zynq on there. So let's get that sucker open. We'll look inside and see what came in the box. Man, I've been really stoked to pull this stuff out and look at it with you guys. So it looks like we got some instructions here. Yeah, there we go. Pretty quick and easy. And I think this is our Xilinx license for Vivado. Sure looks like it. And of course we've got a SD card, or micro SD card, and a SD card holder, and the FPGA board itself came in a nice little bag. Looks like the bag's a little torn. I hope that doesn't mean it's not going to work. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Well, you can probably see there that the bag's a little bit torn. I'm not sure what that's all about. Let's see if I can slide this open. I never like to rip those. All right, so now we've got the board here. See if we can't get that to show up. Pretty simple, really. You got a little GPIO header there, a couple USBs, micro SD holder, display port, USB 3.0, power for the board, and I think this is a JTAG header, which we'll look at here in a second. And of course, you can look under the board there. So let's get this other box open real quick, because I want to show you guys spinning up this board real quick. So looks like we got some more instructions. Kind of like the instructions, and then a JTAG header card, so that we can program the Zynq itself via JTAG USB. See if we can't get that to focus. There we go. So not bad. Looks like that'll just slide right onto that thing. So I'll tell you what, guys, I'm excited to get this board up and running. Just maybe get the Linux loaded up onto it, and we'll go ahead and head over that way and look at it. So the first thing that you need to do is download this Ultra96 V2_00 package that will be at the link that I post down below. And when you get that, you'll get this PDF and an image to put on the disk. So we'll go look at that PDF real quick. And actually, kind of silly, but within the PDF is the actual link, http://avnet.me/ultra96-v2-00b. And this is actually a really good instruction kit. It'll be going over a lot of the stuff that I'm going to go over here. So once you get that done, you're going to want to download Etcher from this website up here. There we go. And I mean, basically just click on the download link, download that and install it. Then you'll have Etcher, and then you just kind of go through what they ask you to do on here, which is just to go to Etcher. So we'll open that up real quick. And I'm going to take that micro SD card and I'm going to go plug it into my computer. And once it loads up, it should load right into Etcher. Now I've already flashed this one, so it's not going to let me flash it again. So what you'll do is it'll bring it up, and then you choose the file. So you're going to flash from that Ultra96 image, and you're going to flash to the Apple SDX card here, but whatever your SD card is there. You go ahead and hit the flash button. It'll go through and do the whole thing for you. So I guess it's not going to let me flash it since I'd already flashed it before. But that's basically the basic process. You just put in the card, select the file, and flash the thing. So from here, we'll go look at the document real quick. And it asks you to set the boot mode switches on this thing to what they describe in the document that's in the box. So if you look at the picture here, that is actually set to where it's supposed to be. And the board that I have came with it set already. So we're good to go there. The next thing they tell you to do is to attach a 12-volt power supply, and then we'll press and release the power button. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get this thing hooked up to the monitor over here, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to get that started. Okay, so I've got the 12-volt power supply hooked up. I tried hooking up my monitor, and I have only a mini VGA to serial monitor cable, and that doesn't seem to work, so I'm going to have to pick up an HDMI cable for that, just to let you guys know that you'll probably need something like that. So I bought that JTAG card, thinking I would need that, obviously, for programming up the FPGA, and that's what I really plan to do with this unit anyways. But it's got all the hookups on it. You know, it's just a matter of figuring out drivers and stuff like that, or creating our own drivers for all that stuff. But that being the case, I couldn't get the monitor to start up, and there's instructions for hooking up to the Wi-Fi and stuff like that, which wasn't working for me. So, you know, it tells you to go through and you insert the SD card, then you hook up to the thing via the JTAG card, which is a part of the actual instructions. Then you pull in the serial data and you can log in. And then it tells you can go in and go to your Wi-Fi and go to this Ultra96 V2 thing, which I was able to do. It lets me connect to it, but I don't think there's any server running, even though there's supposed to be a server running. So what I wound up doing is, let me find the right program here. I wound up just getting connected to the serial bus just to make sure that the serial works. And for me, for this unboxing, I mean, that's a good enough start. Getting a Linux prompt is actually pretty important. So at least from there, we can prove that's doable. And then I can go on and make some Blink projects for you guys. You know, blinking on the PS, blinking on the PL, using the PL to drive blinks on the PS, using the PS to drive blinks on the PL. Those are all good starter videos to get you on track to be able to program this thing for much better and grander things, right? It'll show you all the little tips and tricks and all the things that you need to know, ins and outs of most of the PS and PL and all that. From there, you can program up your own stuff. I like to create my own IP in Verilog. Obviously, I'm a big Verilog fan. But you don't have to do that. You can use their IP. You can use the visual or the GUI block builder and stuff like that. So let's get this thing going. What I wound up doing, I got it hooked up. I haven't hit the power button. I have the JTAG card hooked up. I'll show you a picture of that here. And the USB cable hooked up to that, and I've got my power supply hooked up. So I'm going to hit the power button, which is listed on the picture that I'm putting up now. I'm going to hit that button and let it start up, and we'll see what comes across. But first, let's look at the options. So we got the serial bus. I wound up, you go through and you look for your serial stuff. Of course, I'm going to cancel this or disconnect from this. You got it. It's obviously a serial bus. It's going to be USB serial 1234OB1J on mine. It may be something different on yours. I used my system preferences to find that exact one. It showed just USB serial 1234OJ. So I tried 1A and that didn't work, and now I'm trying OJ 1B. These settings here, 115, 200 baud rate, 8 data bits, none on the parity bits, and 1 stop bit. I pulled from the instructions. So we'll go ahead and hit OK, and we'll connect to the thing. Now what I'm going to do is go over there and push that button, and now it's starting up, and you can see it's starting to display all of its serial stuff across to us. So we'll let that load, and sometimes with Linux kernels and stuff, especially when it's like extreme verbose mode and stuff like that, you'll see the prompt for login show up, but it'll pass through and it'll keep printing off other stuff on the screen. So keep an eye out to make sure that login pops up. You just kind of keep scrolling through it as it's going. Now for this, see, it just popped up, but now it's scrolling more stuff. So I know that after this is finished loading, and probably right now I can probably log in. But I'm going to let it get to a spot where it'll stop and I can log into the thing. So it looks like right about here it's good to go. This launch GPU process and stuff like that probably has to do with the monitor. The battery thing they tell you not to worry about. But yeah, let's see if we can get into this guy. So the login for it is root, and the password is root. And there we go. We've got a shell. Of course, we can list all the things in here. And they talk about these 4 programs here, the BLESH, BTSH, Wi-Fi SH, WPA supplicant. They say that you don't need it, that you can just load into the web page. But let me show you. It doesn't work for me. We'll push open a web page. This is where it's supposed to go to. We'll make sure that this is HTTPS, although it should load that automatically. Let's do HTTPS:192.168.2.1, and it doesn't load for me. So we'll figure that out. We don't need it. It's got some good examples on there, but You know, at this point, I've worked with the Zynq enough to not need the examples. If you do need them, it might be something we need to dig further into. Let me know down below. I'll keep looking into this anyways over time. I made it get discouraged, so if you do let me know down below, it'll re-kick the fire to start me going into it again. So yeah, there's the board. It's loaded up. It's ready to go. We've got a few commands like ls and cd and, you know, all the normal light shell stuff that you might need. So we could do a lot of things from here, but I don't think that's ultimately the big thing that I want to do with this FPGA, or that most of you would want to. Obviously, it's really good to have a root shell, and I think that ultimately with a Zynq that you want to have a root shell and you want to have a lot of things going on there. My big thing, I like to write the drivers and connect those to the root shell. I've done that for a few things, and I think it'll be good to take y'all through that ultimately, but first we'll do like LED blinks and stuff like that and get this board up and running. This was the cheapest way that I could figure out to get into the Zynq processor and still have a lot of the amenities that I needed. If you guys do have a different one, even if you've got an affiliate link or something, man, list that down below. Give us a shot to look at those too, and maybe we'll all come together and find a really good product to work with. For now, I'll just keep doing spin ups on different boards because I like messing with the different boards. I like seeing what all is possible. If you have any other questions or anything, list those down below. Anything y'all want to share or comment on, let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That's going to be it for this video. Have a great day, and don't forget to love well.